I think it's working. I think. All right, people. It is Friday, June 6th, 2025. It feels like 3025. We are living in a very wild time. There's been so many things, but today we're going to keep it simple. Arvin, my friend, Arvin Abaka has joined me this week. He runs MVP. What is it called? The full name? MVP what?
MVP Team Provider.
MVP Team Provider.
Yes, sir.
.com. And it provides virtual assistance for all sorts of business functions.
Okay, you're actually working. You're actually live. Okay.
Okay. Thank you for checking that. All right. So today we're not going to go into the 3,000 million things that
you normally do.
What? Like I normally do. I'm going to keep it to basically two things, two subjects.
Whoa, we got an improvement here.
So the first one, I'm actually going to go to the thing right now and see if I can share this. Hang on. Remember, I mess up every single week with the whole sharing thing. So okay, I think this is going to work. I think so. There we go. All right, so two things that we're going to talk about. The first one, I'm not actually going to talk about robots either, Arvin.
Really?
No, I'm just going to show this one because, and I wasn't even going to show, but I'm like, it's so cool that I got to show it. All right, Luma Labs, and I know you're not going to care about this because you don't really make videos, but for the rest of the world who are watching, I want to show this. So this allows you to quickly, when you're making videos, and here's the best way to see it, replace you as an actor or the actor with whatever you want. So in this case, this guy took a video of him swinging, I don't know what that is, a brush.
And yeah, it's like a no, it's for the take off the snow from your car, like
a scraper, right? Yeah, something like that. So he has turned that into a sword and made himself into a Viking. How cool is that?
So wait. So he used Luma AI.
Luma Labs, yes. It's LumaLabs.ai. He uploaded a video, right? It's called a driving video, right? He uploaded a video and he prompted it to be like, I'm not seeing the prompted. I'm not even going to go into too much detail on this because I just want to show how the whiz bang part of it. And he prompted, I'm a Viking warrior. There's a village behind me burning. And so that's objects.
Willie, are you there?
For this ship over here. Okay, fine. Here's something a little bit more realistic. Some dude slam dunking a basketball. And frozen.
You're frozen, dude.
Your connection's a little bit.
Oh, I'm in the same office as you are, dude.
I'm frozen.
You're frozen.
Let me check my live stream. Hang on. Hang on. Live stream. Hang on.
Maybe we gotta call your office.
Let's try this one.
Okay, LumaLabs.ai.
Okay, LumaLabs.ai. Are you there now? Can you hear me?
I'm here now, yeah.
All right, I switched my Wi-Fi to a different channel.
There you go. I told you it's not me.
All right.
Okay, so let's take two on Luma Labs. Or let's talk about this.
All right. So you put a driving video in here, right? So this guy just did a slam dunk, and then he made it absolutely epic, right? Here's another example. This guy's just messing around, doing whatever on this little concrete thing, and this seems to be an image as opposed to a video. But he turned himself into like some kind of superhero surfer guy. And this one was really impressive. So this girl is just sitting there in her garage or whatnot,
with a cooler and the water jugs
and a Home Depot bucket, and she turned herself into a mermaid. Right now, the thing is, you can do all this stuff before with CGI, right? This isn't like, oh wow. The fact that you can do it with a prompt is the revolutionary part. So these guys are just putting a video in, and then they're saying, "Turn me into a flying owl."
But okay, but how is that different? Like you said before, you can do this with a prompt. I don't even need to shoot my own video. I just do a prompt and tell them, describe like what you did last time with a photo and a video. So how is this game changing?
Because you can actually act and get way more control. When you prompt just a video generator, just a general video generator, you prompt it, you are not quite sure what you're going to get, right?
Okay.
It allows you to really position the elements where you want it, do the camera motion the way you want it. And as we scroll down, I'll show you a few more use cases where you can get very, very precise with your edits. In this case, it's kind of like, okay, well, a couple of friends, like, let's set up a camera and have fun. Okay. But now, let's check this out.
Okay.
There's one here which I really liked. Scroll down, and it was this one.
Damn.
This one is very cool. This is a very practical use case because you can basically shoot yourself doing whatever and then swap out your clothes. Look at that. Swap out your clothes, swap out your hair. It's wild.
So you're saying it's much you're saying if you shoot a video of you acting it out like in plain clothes and it gets more real, it gets more realistic, then you put in the AI and make all the changes like the clothes, like the guy over here rapping and skateboarding. Is that what you're saying?
Correct. So imagine you're selling clothes and you don't have all your clothes on you, right? You say you have a model or yourself or somebody in the office. I mean, in this case, she's in a garage, right? And you saw how she was able to turn that background into something epic.
Right.
Two stages. You can take the model, put whatever clothes you want on her from your collection, and then later take that and actually put her in a different background too. So in this case, here's another guy. Here's an example of changing the background and the clothes, right? So you change the couch, change the art, change the clothes. This is incredible. This is
man, I can do that. So I can be in a tuxedo or in a suit.
Exactly.
I just gotta shoot a simple video of me behind the desk, and then I'll be in a tuxedo behind the desk.
Look at this guy. You can turn yourself into a rapper with that bling bling and that car.
Oh my! And what is this? Is this a paid version? Is this a free version?
I believe it's paid, but they always give you like a couple of free credits, whatnot. But man, if you are in the video production business in any way, shape, or form, even if this is $300 a month, I mean, compare that to the cost of a production. And that's what I keep saying. Like the cost is being driven down to zero.
I know, because like the guy sitting in a what's this, a Toyota beat up secondhand car. Then the new video he's in, like probably I don't know what's that, Porsche or
it's like a made up Bugatti thing.
Made up Bugatti.
Yeah,
man, I okay. This part I understand. This part, okay, I can.
This is why I scrolled down because I'm like, you can probably understand this part. Like, this is wild. You can shoot a video of yourself and be in Dubai, right?
That's exactly my dude. I can mess with this. That you got me here, dude.
Okay, but I don't want to beat it to death because one of the things that we had talked about earlier in the week, and I wasn't sure how to kind of explain or what. I'm going to move my laptop a little bit back. Hopefully, you can still see me well and hear me well. And I'm going to share the next thing here. Okay, so we were talking about agents, right? And
Yep.
and what specifically we were talking about was how do you make them? What are they? What are the use cases, et cetera, et cetera. So let me share this particular screen because I found something pretty interesting. And to be honest, Arvin, I was going to gatekeep this. I was not going to share this because I'm like, man, this is a money making opportunity right here.
What's this one? What do you call this?
Okay, this is called Jobs for Agent.
What agent are we talking about?
Okay, well, this is the interesting part. So you know how there's like Indeed.com and Monster.com to look for jobs, right?
Right.
You can post a job and people can look through it, and if they want to apply, they apply. Well, this is kind of like that, but for AI agents, which is nuts. This is nuts. This is a job board, and it's brand new. So there's only about 22 jobs or something like that. But what it provides is, number one, you can build these agents, and we should probably try to build one right here on this live.
Wait. This is a platform. This is like an Indeed platform for job or ZipRecruiter, but only AI agents are applying.
This is for people who know how to build AI agents, like yours truly is learning, to build agents to fill these people's needs.
Oh, I can build an agent. Do shit. I'll do that right now.
We're gonna see how good you are.
No way, dude. That's good.
Isn't this crazy? And there's only 22 jobs right now, but I'm imagining this could blow up. And I haven't even looked for other sites. I literally found this site about 45 minutes as usual before this call when I was frantically looking for stuff for the call that wasn't too complicated. I'm like, whoa, this is nuts. Look, this guy is willing to pay you $3,000 a year if you can write an agent that's a gaming app developer.
Look at the content generation AI, $50 to $100 a year.
Yeah, but it'll take you like half an hour to make this thing. So it's like, all right, you make $100 or $50 to bust out an agent. Let's actually go into this one and see what it requires. AI agent responsible for generating high quality, ready to publish content for our social media channels and online platforms. The mission is to boost brand visibility, strengthen online positioning, and ensure I could do this in 20 minutes with a Google Gem probably. So input, the brand voice, the content calendar, task, generate post ideas based on brand positioning, seasonal topics, trends. Oh man, this is so easy. Output, content idea sheet, categorized by channel, social media copywriting. Dude, your people can work on this, man. I probably wouldn't work on this because the rate is not enough for me to bother with, right?
True.
But for somebody overseas, this could be a revenue source. This could be very enticing.
This could be, I mean, the way I look at this is always going to be a test case for me. But I'll do that. Open AI. What are you using there? What does that mean? Tools that you need.
Yeah. So
Okay.
AI tools and API integration, but it's telling you everything that they want. And also I think this is pretty much a suggestion. You don't need all this crap. And this is all very basic stuff.
Right.
JSON, Markdown, CSV. This is not like your
so
server.
you don't need all of this. Basically, if this were a real person, this is basically the requirements for the job, right? You got to be a college graduate, like blah blah blah, and all that. But so this is like this, correct?
Exactly. But you don't, as in real life, you don't need all that crap.
Well, yeah, but people still put it on there. What I'm saying. So
yeah, exactly.
What site is this though?
This is called Jobs for Agent, and right after this, well, maybe we should look for more. Let's see, AI agent jobs. Let me do in another window, AI agent job board, because we could work this weekend and start making some bucks.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Let's see, AI job search tool, official AI job board. No, this looks like it's the only one that is actually live. Job for Agent, the first job board for AI agents. Well, now we also can be a competitor, right? We can create our own job board and put these things on there. This is wild. Let me see. Here's another link I'm looking at. This is cool. Oh my God, these people and their paywalls. Never mind BusinessInsider.com. But okay, this is a brand new industry that we have just discovered live right here. It's AI agent jobs and job boards and creating AI agents to fill these things. It's a whole new industry. Let's look at one that maybe we can build right now. Business consulting with AI. This is an undisclosed price. It's probably negotiable.
Let's look at it. Let's
Business consulting with AI.
Let's look at that.
From Nextdoor AI. The AI I want should be able to see and analyze customers' financial statements when they enter them into the AI as PDFs or images. Everything will be done in Korean.
Oh, it's Korean.
Who do we know?
Who do we know that knows Korean? I don't know. Maybe is it some dude starting with a J?
Yeah, let's not put him on blast. But this is freaking easy. Derive the financial statement PDF into a copyable table. Like any LLM can do that right now. Reporting key indicators and financial statements. So that's the logic of the AI looking at this thing. How to make improvements and connect the sales. Dude. Easy. So we should apply.
You should apply for that. Fucking, I know. I'm sorry. I'm not supposed to curse online on this live stream, but
yeah, but I'll give you a pass because you're my homie. So, so do your thing. Copywriter, you got to be kidding me. Let's check this one out. Look how short this is. The job involves writing copy for paid social campaigns, primarily meta ads, based on the brief, the materials, about what, for whom. The deliverable should include short copy, long copy, in Polish. Okay, not a problem to.
Wow, the Europeans are actually playing around with it more than we are.
Yeah, and this is from a marketing agency specializing in supporting e-commerce stores. Freaking nuts, man! This is wild. I hope a lot more people put jobs here, because I could make a couple $100 a day just screwing around and taking care of these things in probably half an hour each one. Podcast editor for $29. I want an agent to edit my podcast.
Yearly, dude. Yearly, $29 a year. I know,
but they're basically saying, give me $29 and build me this agent. I'm like, okay.
Okay, yeah.
I want an agent to edit my podcast. I want to communicate with him through text. I want him to stamp parts of the podcast. I want him to upload videos into Spreaker. It's about Interesting podcasts. All right, this is brand new, so some of these jobs are probably bullcrap, like this one. But hey, here's another thing, though. Even if I don't apply for any of these, what it's informing us is what people's needs are. So people want to edit podcasts. People want to prepare, find and scrape websites for new listings and things. So a contract lawyer. What the heck? Let's see this one.
That's probably a paralegal.
I've been draft and review independent contractor agreements.
That's a paralegal.
Yeah. So okay, they want a paralegal, and I guess it's in Morocco and Spain. So there's going to be probably a bunch of different laws to deal with. This is interesting, man. I must add this to my job description because I can build agents. All right, I've already, like I told you, I built a couple. We know somebody else who knows how to build agents with N8N. I'm starting to learn N8N and Make, but let's grab a simple one and we're gonna stick it in another thing that I have a tab here. So let's see. Let's find an easy one. So if we can build it right now. Contract lawyer, real estate investment.
Maybe the easiest one would be would that be the content creator?
Probably. Oh, this new business creator. What's that?
That's more like business dev. That's a business dev position. Like you have to know what business you're. The business that you have and how do you develop the business or gain new clients for that.
I have gems that do this. I have gems that already do that, and they're already stored in my thing.
Gems are okay. All right. So obviously there's me and two other viewers on here.
Hey, we got 3 viewers. 2 other.
We got three. We got three. So there's 4 of us now. So backtrack a little bit. Gems are what again?
I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you my gem collection. Share this tab instead. Here, you see my screen? Yeah, you are.
Yeah, Gemini.
Or in Gemini. I'm gonna go here. Explore
Gemini.
Gem.
Gemini's Google, right?
Yep, Gemini.google.com. You have this right now. Or
On a paid subscription.
yes, sir.
Okay.
All right. So these are basically little mini agents. They're not fully agents because an agent should connect 2 or 3 tools and do things for you. Right?
Well, so that again, an agent connects to 2 or 3 other tools.
Yeah, and it should perform the tasks for you, right?
Okay.
So it should connect to your Gmail, find a list of emails that have to be responded to that you haven't responded to yet, figure out which ones need to be responded to, put those in some kind of a queue, or notify you via Slack, and you go in and you approve the email that the AI wrote. That would be more of an agentic workflow. I don't know what to call these things because they don't do that. But what they do, they're almost like pre-written prompts that accomplish certain tasks. So in here,
what are those?
I have a bunch of gems. I mean, I have a ton of gems that I just collect or I write or I collect them and
so those gems, those mini gems, they're like all prompts.
They're literally prompts. Exactly. And I'll show you one. Let's go for
not a long one. Just give me like something short.
Yeah, let's go.
That my limited brain can understand.
Okay, let's go for ultimate branding strategist.
All right.
I'm going to show you the prompt. Okay, so this is really the brains behind the agent. I call it an agent. It's a gem. It's a GPT, whatever you want to call it. But you tell it what its role is. In this case, it's a world-class branding strategist who turns raw identity into an unforgettable brand. You guide users through a 5-phase system that blends deep discovery with ruthless execution, ensuring their personal or business brand stands out and drives growth. Yada yada. Now, there are people that are branding strategists and they get paid, I don't know, at least $100 an hour, I'm assuming, in LA, maybe more. Okay. Well, this replaces them. Okay, so that's why I say it's almost like an agent.
Okay,
it literally does the work. So the context. So you told it what it is. Now you tell the context of what this job is. People come to you when their story, skills, and mission feel scattered and under-leveraged. They may be founders, creators, or teams who know they have value, but cannot package it into a crisp, magnetic brand that wins attention and trust. I have this problem all the time. Your job is to surface their hidden assets, shape a sharp narrative, match it to the right audience, and deliver a playbook that scales without losing authenticity. So this, as a consultant, you could probably charge $3,000 to $5,000 to do this for an enterprise client, maybe even more. Here are constraints. Remember, this is prompt engineering. This is the definition of prompt engineering right here. Your role, your context, now your constraints, which say, these are the rules that you must operate within. Confirm personal versus professional branding before moving forward. Are we working for a person, your own personal brand, your social media thing, or just like a money-making company type of a deal? Direct, confident, and action-oriented language. Advance 1 phase at a time. Very important because it can just spit out a bunch of stuff. In this case, we have prompted this to go 1 step at a time, asking only the questions needed for that phase. Yada, 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 yada. Okay. So we're going to go through it without going into every single line. Goals. Another thing that you want to tell your agent, your agentic flow here, whatever the hell you call this, is a gem or a GPT. Goals. What is the whole point of this thing?
Also, a gem's like a mini GPT too when you're on Chat GPT. So
exactly. A gem is a GPT. They're the same exact thing. They're basically pre-structured prompts that you can execute over and over. You can share them. They're almost like little workers, honestly. They're almost
the reason why this is on you call it a gem because it's on Gemini, but if you were on Chat GPT, it would be a mini GPT.
It would just be called a GPT.
Oh, a GPT.
Yeah, which is a terrible name. Nobody has a good name for these things.
Yeah, so something to say that they're so freaking smart, they can take over the world. They can even come up with a good name.
I know. Well, ChatGPT is also dumb because they have like the worst naming convention for their models. They got O3, 4.1,
40. They got GPT 40.
It's ridiculous. Okay. Okay, so diagnose brand type, purpose, blah, 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 blah. Produce an execution roadmap with milestones, KPIs, and review cadences for 30, 60, 90 days. So this is something that it's almost a job description, right? For an employee, you'd be like, this is how we do this job. Here's your manual. This is how you're going to operate. And here's the specific instructions. Okay, the brand audit and purpose. Da-da-dee, da-da-da, da-da-da. Audience and platform mapping. Da-da-dee, da-da-da, da-da-da. And it goes on and on and on and on. Okay?
Okay, so how does so let's say you already have that. So how do you put that to work then?
Okay, so we're going to do that. I'm going to exit, and I'm going to go to my Jam Managers and execute that one. What was it called again?
Ultimate Brand Strategist.
I click here, and it loads up, right? There it is. And I'm going to go start.
That's it?
Okay. Are we building a personal brand or professional brand? I want you to be the client here.
Oh,
Or mock up a client, create a client. So
well,
what are we doing?
no. Well, I mean, it's hard to make up a client, so let's use me. Personal.
Personal. All right. What's your mission and vision, the core purpose of your personal brand?
Hold
What
on.
problem do you aim to solve, or what impact do you want to make? So in other words, this is your why.
Let's say, what is a personal brand? What is my why?
Yeah. So to help people create a business and life they love. A world where more people are doing work they love and making a difference. For
To provide 1,000 jobs in my community.
Nice. Jobs in my community. All right. That's a powerful and impactful mission. Let's look to the future. What does success look like once you've achieved that mission? What is the ultimate future state or transformation you envision for your community and for yourself as a result of achieving this goal? This is your vision. Okay. For example, thriving local economy where every individual has the opportunity to achieve financial stability and pursue their ambitions, their aspirations. So in other words, once you get your 1,000 people employed, what does that look like? What is the end result of that?
Oh, then we would be the number one. I would be the number one. I would be the number one thought leader in my space.
And what would you do for your people? What would 1,000 jobs do for your people or community?
Oh, well, I mean, what would 1,000 jobs do for the community? Oh, with our people? Well,
Yeah.
They got peace of mind. I mean, they get to attain their own dreams, buy their own homes, live comfortably, not worry about bills. I wouldn't say not all bills, but at least they'll have some I would say stability in their life.
All right, let's leave it at that.
Okay.
Very comprehensive vision. Okay, so here,
Mr. AI, because I thought about that already.
all right, here it distilled it into a single, concise future state sentence. Let's see if this resonates with you. To cultivate a community where individuals achieve unparalleled stability, realize their dreams of home ownership, and live comfortably, free from financial worry, positioning me as the leading authority in empowering economic independence.
I would say something else. That works for me. Yes.
All right, good. Let's see what's next. All right, we have a strong foundation. Standout experiences and signature skills. 3 to 5 unique experiences you've had or skills you possess that directly contribute to your ability to achieve that mission and vision. For example, Elon Musk's disruptive innovation, complex problem solving, visionary leadership. And let's leave it for the sake of this demonstration. Let's leave this as the last part.
Yep.
And then we'll continue with something else. But as you can see, this is a pretty good workflow, right? This could be an intake form for a branding company, a branding expert to take in a new client and be like, okay, these are the questions that I have. I've developed this over 20 years of experience. and this is my workflow to develop the greatest thing since sliced bread in branding, right?
Yeah.
This
But again, this is not an agent yet because you're still gotta go through the prompts.
you still got to go through the prompts, and I mean, even an agent got to tell what to do, right?
Yeah.
What would happen here if we were going to make this agentic? It would be after we go through the whole process, then it should take that and automatically create a pitch deck. It should
Oh,
create
pitch deck.
10 social posts promoting your brand. It should automatically create a landing page for you. You see, based on what we do here. That would be an agentic workflow.
Wait, a landing page, like a website landing page?
Yeah. You could build anything. The sky's the limit with what agents are doing. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So let's give me 3 to 5 of your unique skills, and I'll call that a day.
Marketing, finance, and does it have to be one word?
No.
The ability to be always learning.
To always learn. All right. Let's see what it says. Brand assets you might already have. All right, we're not going to need that.
Okay.
Because it goes in depth, and it should. To develop a brand, it should know all about you. So this is a very comprehensive intake. Okay.
That's
Not bad. Not bad.
Okay. Yeah.
Now I'm gonna change the workflow here.
Okay, go ahead.
I want to interrupt this gem, and what I want is for you to summarize my brand thus far so I can create a landing page in another agent using these data points.
I want you to summarize. You can, summarize my brand and summarize my brand thus far. So I can do that.
Okay, I'm just saying for a landing page.
Okay.
Maybe we also want some social media posts as well.
Well, okay. Let's do a landing page. That's fine.
Okay. Let's see if interruption works. Personal brand. Your brand is centered on a powerful mission to provide 1,000 jobs in your community. Your vision is to cultivate a community where individuals achieve unparalleled stability, realize their dreams of home ownership, and live comfortably, free from financial worry, positioning you as a leading authority and empowering economic independence. Your core strengths that drive this mission are your expertise in marketing, finance, and your ability to always learn. You're building a brand that aims to be the #1 thought leader in your space, bringing peace of mind and stability to people's lives, enabling them to buy homes and obtain their dreams without worrying about bills. Okay, and that's what I'm going to copy and paste into
Wait, so you copy and paste that, and where do you go?
Now I'm going to go to one of these agents. Vibe code any agent. Let's see. Do I need this or do I need this? Hang on.
What?
Let's see.
Hold on. What's this?
Wait.
What is this?
Okay, I'm gonna go to this one.
Okay, what's this now?
Okay, so now I have uncovered about 5 different agents, and I didn't know which one was going to be the most applicable to our use case today.
Yeah.
So now I have one which I think might work.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Macally.com. And this is saying turn words into working apps instantly. So think it, say it, Macally it. Now this is an agent. So we're going to say to this thing, I want you to build a landing page that features me as a thought leader. Here is data from my branding strategist. Ask me anything else you need to know. All right. And it might have me log in because these things that say start for free are usually kind of full of crap.
They catch you that you got to pay up. And like, how much is like $20?
Let's see. Yep. Continue to Mac. Let's see. Google, bam. Continue. Continue. Let's be a creator.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's doing something.
So this one is just specifically for building landing pages, or
No, this is for building anything. But because whoa,
publish a website.
jeez. Okay, so it's creating this thing. Okay, so it's asking me a few things. Your name, professional title. So Arvin
Abaka, managing partner.
managing partner. Headshot professional photo. Hang on.
Just go generate a placeholder. Just do that for now.
Generate. No, I don't want that. Give me a second. I'm gonna find you online.
All right.
There we go. Oh, that's a nice little headshot.
I'm gonna create my own website too. How about that?
Do that. Do that. All right. So where am I? I'm lost here. Okay. So I'm going to upload the image that I just took. Specific industry focus. Focus is
let's do remote staffing.
contact information and social media links. I'm just going to put what's your website?
MVPteamprovider.com.
We're not going to put your phone number so that people don't
I don't know the website anyway, so
adding existing testimonial case studies, specific achievements.
that's it.
Wait, here is all the questions answered. I want a very modern website, and I want you to include what's a good calculator people might need?
What's the what?
Some kind of calculator or tool people might need that they might find useful, either in your industry or something that people need, like I want you to include a calculator.
A budget calculator.
A budget calculator, okay. A simple, personal budget calculator somewhere that makes sense. Boom. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. This is an agent. With
so many of these agents here that you gotta pay a subscription fee for it, man. You're gonna go broke before you even.
Well, I'm showing. I mean, this is right now. I haven't paid anything, right?
No, but I'm saying, like, with too many, with a lot of, like you said, there's every day or every other day there's a new AI coming up, right? And it's just the same thing as the shiny squirrel syndrome. You're working on Macaulay right now. Maybe tomorrow will be Maccabee. Then but all of them are paid platforms. So
people are gonna make money.
I mean, good for the developer, but if you're the consumer and I'm trying to use this to, move my business, the question really there is, like, at what point do I stick with Macaulay and not move to another one that's also charging me? I don't know. Because all those $20, $30.
They add up, man. They add up.
They add up. They add up.
The answer is watch people like me. Follow people like me who takes this whole world and kind of digests it into these things, because believe me, in my other tabs, I'm going to show you my other tabs. I've got Manus. I've got.
What's Manus for?
It's also an agent creator.
To do what? To do what?
To do agent stuff. I've got Cortex.ai.
What's that for?
Also creates agents. And here's Chai. Also creates agents, and we also have Zapier, who also has agentic workflows.
Oh, dude, that's even better. That goes with Excel, Word docs.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this is just. I mean, Zapier is huge. Zapier is if you're gonna start somewhere, you might as well start with Zapier because it's already interacts with literally everything, and it's not very expensive.
But what does Zapier do though?
It has this thing called Zaps, which are automations. So that's when you when you get an email, scrape the contact information and the LinkedIn from the bio and put it in a spreadsheet, right? So it'll do that every single time you get an email. It'll scrape everyone's LinkedIn and put it in a CSV file or a spreadsheet in Google Sheets, right? So that is an action. That is an automation, also known as really an agent, right? So now imagine you have all these things connected and you have several things in a workflow. And then to incorporate the AI part is like, once you have all the LinkedIn URLs, okay, AI, go through and find out of all these LinkedIn profiles, 10 people who are most likeliest to be good prospects for buying.
But do you need to use those CRM platforms like Salesforce, Go High Level? Do you need to use those?
No. All right, are you ready to see your website?
Let's go. Damn, look at that handsome young man.
Dude.
Let's scroll down. Let me see that.
Sheesh.
Is that an actual website?
This is an actual website. If you wanted to have it, you could have it.
I'm only seeing half my face. Are you even scrolling down?
I am scrolling down because
oh, you froze, dude.
No. Can you see it?
Oh yeah, I can see that. So what's that? So scroll down. So that is an actual that's an actual landing page.
Yes, this is it's not connected to a domain, right?
You have to connect to the domain, but that's basically the file that you put in the domain.
Correct. This is HTML.
Yeah, right. Did I say that correctly? That's the file or the template that you.
This is the code that you would put into a hosting
server
and connect a domain to serve this page. Dude, this is freaking great.
That is freaking good. It even has my colors.
Because it read your website. That's the power of AI, right? That is the thing that this stuff is. It's crazy, man. So we just demonstrated a mini.
I have to give you my clap, Willie. I have to give you my clap.
Thank you. So okay, that we just showed the power of one agent, which is this one, and a very, very simple thing, right? Now the workflow, I could automate this using N8N. Is it? I keep saying that wrong. Make.com. I could use.
I don't know if it's. I got it. You got to ask our homeboy. What is it? I don't know.
N8N. All right, N8N or Make. I could say use this gem, run this gem, and as soon as the gem is run, go to Macally and create this website. And we're gonna do this all day. I'm gonna connect. I'm gonna set up a form on a website where people can pay me $10 to be their branding strategist and create a website.
Yeah, just like that, and do volume.
Bam. Right?
Yeah.
So how many people can we serve this way? How many people aren't spending thousands of dollars, man?
I can
do it for like, I don't know. Let's not be $10. Let's say a couple of hundred, right? It's still cheaper.
Yeah. No. I agree.
All right. So my goal was to show you a little bit of the power of basic agents. Do you feel like you've kind of cleared up in your own head a little bit about agents a little bit?
Yeah, I would say from 2 days ago when we had a conversation with our other good friend.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Okay, a little bit.
I do have to say though, I did get the Chat GPT Pro the other day to test it out. So, because I think it was you or our homeboy said, the paid part. So $20 a month. I said, let me try it out for $20 a month. Let me see.
Yeah. And what do you think of it?
That was just yesterday, man. That was late last night at 11 p.m. So
Okay.
probably
So
play around with this weekend.
I'm going to throw out a postulate here, a thing that I think might be or maybe not useful to you, because we've been talking about the future of jobs, the future of our businesses, etc.
Yeah.
And obviously, anybody who's an assistant, anybody who's a support staff or whatever, they have to be a little bit worried.
Yep.
But if these guys can transition to creating agents, like I just showed you, I think their job security is going to be pretty good.
There is some credibility to what you said there. Yes, if you're remote, whether you're a web developer or an executive assistant or a content creator or anything that anything, basically anything, right? Even you don't have to be working remotely. You could be just working in the office. Yes, I agree. Your stuff could be, your job security could be at risk. But at the end of the day, that's 50%. The other 50%, I also believe, and I look at the two companies that I've followed closely. One of them is Chase Sapphire Reserve, the credit card, the Chase Sapphire Reserve credit card. So I think at some point, when everybody is already well educated on AI and everybody knows it, obviously there are people that don't want to learn it or like say, oh, it's taboo, but there are people, most of them will embrace it. Same way when Zoom came about, when having webinars became the norm, right?
Right.
So the way I look at it, then knowledge of AI or running AI or using AI agents will be the norm, but then the human factor will now be the I would say the premium service. And I say that because like I look at Chase Sapphire Reserve. Chase Sapphire Reserve, it's a credit card that charges about 25% APR on their credit card fees, interest. It's a high interest card.
Yeah.
They also charge like $550 annual membership every year. But the reason why they're always gaining market share and adding more folks into it, because they took away all the chat bots, all the automated messages. You call Chase Sapphire Reserve, you go to one automation, and then the second number that you hit button, it's already a live person. So the live person will now become a scarce commodity, and in the marketplace, if there's scarcity, that commodity becomes more expensive. So if AI becomes the norm, humans, assistants, whatever you're doing, becomes a high commodity. Because same way, like I always go back to the example, same way Ferraris back in the 1970s are more expensive than the Ferraris in 2025.
Yeah,
it becomes scarce now. So that's why I look at it. But to your point, you're right on that 50%. If you don't adapt to AI, or you don't even try to learn it, like what you just showed, that may be a little heavy lift for me, but I know I can get that. Then yes, you need to be scared. But if you're always embracing from you, then it will be an issue.
Yeah, I think so. I agree with you. The high touch will always be high touch, and people will pay for it.
Yeah, people would pay for that. And Amex and Chase Amex Platinum and Chase Sapphire have that. But that's why they keep charging like $600, $700 a year annual membership, but their membership keeps increasing every year.
Yeah, it's wild.
It's wild.
So in the meantime, here is Jobs for Agent. This is, if I was a remote worker,
that's actually sick though.
I would be like all over this. I'd be like, even just to learn, I'm like, how do I build this agent? How do I do this?
No, that's true.
Then you can monetize it and sell it to other people. Headshot builder. What is this? Better professional headshot generation and provide results easily.
So this actually creates a new marketplace. So there are people that wants to use an AI agent, they just don't have the time to build it, so they're gonna hire somebody to build it. I'll pay you $300 to $1,000 yearly, and if I make that, that's passive income after year one.
Exactly. So Sky's the limit for this. I mean, maybe Fiverr jobs will do this. I think these are a little bit more sophisticated than what most Fiverr jobs are. So, but hey, you know, the industry. Oops, the industry is changing. This is wild. I mean, the fact that there's a job board not for people but for AI. Crazy. That's crazy, man.
That I agree with that. Like a job board for artificial intelligence. Shoot, dude.
All right, bro. So once again, MVPteamprovider.com. Check out my boy Arvin Abaka for your remote staffing needs. I actually had a chance to talk to some of his people about AI. Very fine people. He's got a great crew of people over there. And
are we gonna do a part 2, Willie?
We'll do a part 2, and I won't talk as much about I won't bombard them as much as I did the first time.
Just 2 topics. Just 2 topics, my friend.
Topics, as opposed to trying to do 10. And I am on Instagram, House of Osis.
Yes, follow Willie.
Follow me. I'm almost at 13K followers. Like every day I get.
Oh, and by the way, to those watching, like Willie has his own subscription based on IG for content on AI.
The secret stuff.
The secret
stuff
stuff.
I won't even talk about here.
Very affordable. It will not break the bank. It's only $5.
$5 a month.
$5.
Come on, people.
Actually, dude, it's $4.99. I got charged yesterday. It's $4.99.
$4.99.
Yeah, $4.99. $4.99.
Not even get all of that because there's a 30% fee that they nail me with. So I make a whopping $3.50. Obviously, I'm not doing it for the money. I'm doing it just to have a select audience of people that are very, very into the subject, because I will offer eventually access to me via DMs and lives over there, and very, very, like, you know, the secret sauce stuff that I almost didn't share this today because I'm like, this is powerful. This stuff is powerful. So anyway, $5 a month if you want to join me.
$3 to Willie and you become a millionaire.
$3, you know, hey, I get a coffee from it. Thank you.
Not even a coffee.
That's not even enough for a coffee.
Not even enough for a coffee.
All right, so Arvin, thank you so much for joining me again.
Thanks, brother.
As always, a pleasure to have you on this live stream. And until the next time, buddy.
Yes, sir.
All right.
See you. Thank you, guys.